Hello, this is Michael from Joto Imaging Supplies coming to you with a quick tutorial request video. That is, that a customer of ours has asked to see how Slate can be done on an S1 here at Joto. So, it's a very simple process. Let's start with the press. This is our S1. Also, I think still on the website is G1 right now, so don't get those two confused. They're actually the same. Not confusing at all. But here we are. And one of the great things about this is its preset function. You can see I've already entered in Slate. So now I just start her up. I say, hey, this is what I want for Slate today. But say I wanted something different or I wanted to add something new. It's as simple as material, right? Let's just say I wanted to add coaster. Do coaster. Okay, coaster. That I'm going to have at 375. And I'm going to want that for 70 seconds, I think. There we go. Now coaster is in there as one of my presets. But as I said today, I'm doing Slate. So I've got it, just press that button, ready to go, and it'll give me the exact things that I've told it to for Slate. That's how easy it is. And having presets, especially if you've got multiple people using a press, or if you haven't got a lot of experience, or you just don't want to take a ton of notes for all the different things that you make. Something like these preset options are fantastic. Other amazing features of this press: don't burn your hands, right? Here you have a pull out so that I'm not in here working with a t-shirt. Look at where my head is. Look at where my hands are. Not good. Now look at where my head is and look at where my hands are. Far better. Another thing for us short kings, this is our top handle. Take a look at where my armpit is. That is going to be 370-ish degrees. Not good for the armpit. Now look at where my armpit is, now that I've grabbed the lower rung. That's there for us short kings. Safety feature. Speaking of safety features, this press is a fully certified press. Certified at the highest possible standards. So education people in Ontario, where you're not allowed to have anything like this unless it's fully certified. This is fully certified. And you can have this in the most or controlled environments. You know this press is going to be certified and insurable. It's a great press. And that's where we're going to start. But we're going to need to give it some time to heat up. Doesn't need that long, but it will need a few moments. We'll be back when it is. Okay, so we've got our press up to 365 degrees. So what do we need to do next? Well, we've got our Nomex pad. This is about $65, $75 on the website right now. You're going to need one of those. Then what we're going to do is we're going to need to check. Oh, yeah, we definitely need to raise this up. Yep, a little bit more. How will I know? Well, I'll know when it's easy to close. That's not easy. I could have closed it, but it wasn't easy. That was pretty easy, but not quite. Maybe a little bit more. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Slate, pull it out of its packaging. In this case, it's just a Slate coaster I'm doing. They do come in a wide variety of sizes. Each is individually packed in bubble and with a little piece of butcher paper to cover and protect the facing. Okay, also these coasters will come with these backings so that you can turn it into a coaster. And the larger Slates do come with plastic mounts that allow them to sit up nicely. So what we're going to do is we're going to start just by making sure we've got the right pressure. So I don't have any image there underneath it yet. We're just checking pressure. I close it. That's a lot of pressure, probably more than I want. I can bring this up a little bit more. That's good. Now, I know it's the right pressure because now I've got what I would call a medium pressure when I close the lid. Not easy to close, not hard to close, just sort of a medium pressure. And that's all I want for this. It's not too hot to handle yet because it hasn't been under for long. And the face is not too hot to apply something. So now I'm going to get an image and show you how to work with that. So because this was a customer request, I didn't have a lot of time to prepare. So I'm just going to use this image, which I have already printed. This was for ceramic, which is the same setting that you would use for slate. So it's been printed in the proper setting. It should be fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay that down and I'm going to put this on it face down, centered the best I can, centered to my image, assuming I did prepare it properly, right? And then I just close that up. Got my time, got my temperature, checked my pressure, everything should be good to go. So if I'm working with something more challenging, I would have pulled this out and close. This is going to take 8 minutes, but I could have done, well, as many as 12 at a time. Probably best to stick to about 6 at a time as your maximum, but you can in fact go all the way to 12. You've got 8 minutes for this, so the more you do at a time, the lower time per unit that you're looking at. The Nomex pad. So what the Nomex pad is doing is the Nomex pad is actually pushing the paper up and making the paper round the edging of the surface, which means that we're going to get full around the surface that we're working with. What do I mean by that? This is a good example. All this here was originally white along these edges, but because it was put into Nomex pad, it's picked up the color of the original image. That allows you to get it to sink in and make sure that you're getting all your corners. See that rich orange in there? That's not the same level, but yet it still has the image color. Helps complete the entire thing. Here's another really good example where we can see blue all along this edging. That is thanks to the Nomex pad. Gives you a nice even pressure setting for something like this, and it also softens the blow because this is hard stuff. You're not going to hurt your press because the Nomex pad is going to do all the giving. All right, so we have another 370 seconds to wait, so we'll see you in that time with a finished product. Okay, so you'll notice I'm wearing gloves. That's because this is hot. But look at the vivid color. Beautiful, beautiful vivid color. And it's really hot, so I'm going to put it down. So you can see it's made an impression into our Nomex pad. Maybe could have used a tiny bit more pressure. We'll see on that one. I'll try again later. But it made an impression into the Nomex pad. And that is what's left on the paper. You can see the difference between where the image has come off onto here and where there was no pressure. So, beautiful, easy results, consistent results. This was a last minute thing just to give you a chance to see what you can do on Slate and just how easy it is. Thank you for joining us. I'm Michael with Joto Imaging Supplies. Hoping to see you again soon. If you like this content, like it. If you really like it, subscribe. And hey, tell your friends. Until next time, be well.